Hello, I'm here to report a bug I believe is occurring on Fernando's level 2 of Unstoppable Force for the knockback. Reason being is I don't think it's going as far as it should. If we go to the same spot every single time, and I stand here, and we'll test this a few times on the level 1 of Unstoppable Force for the knockback. We hit Victor. As we can see, he's not quite to 100. He's just sub 100 here. So that moved him 30 in-game units, almost. So it's more like 28, 27, something like that. Let's kill a good old Victor here so we can get a few more tests off. And I apologize if the game sounds a bit too loud. It's been a while since I've done bug reportings for games. And we're going to hit him again. And once again, same result. We got him just almost to the 100 mark. Do this. All right, stand on my mark. And hit him again. And once again, exact same result. So we can confirm that he's moving almost 30. Because this plaque is so big, I'm assuming the middle is where I am standing, so he's about 28. Roughly 28. And I'm going to write that down real fast so I don't forget. Alright, so we have 28. And then we're going to kill Victor again. Painful life for Victor. Alright, now we're going to go up to 1,000. And we're going to go on my spray. And we're going to hit good old Victor again. He almost went to 40, but we're just going to call it 39/40 in my notes here. So we roughly have a plus 10 increase. If we just go 28 to 39, there'd be a plus 11, but for the sake of it, we'll call it plus 10, just to get kind of a baseline. All right, there we go. And once again, we'll do the same thing. Make sure I'm trying to stand on the same spot here. And we'll give him a good whack. And he went a tiny bit farther this time. He actually made it to 40. Rampage! And then we'll give him another whack. And he didn't quite make it as far this time. He only made it to 35. So once again, we're still in that range of 35 to 40. And we'll hit him one more time. And now we went a little bit further. We're at 42. So like I said, roughly plus 10 off of the first one. So going based off that, our next one we hit, if it went from plus 10, should only be right here, which we're going to remember off this plate on the ground. So right here. And we'll see how far he goes when we upgrade it once more. Back to my starting line. Smack him. And he went an additional 10. So he went, let's see. Starting here, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So he went all the way up to 60. Okay, so now we went from a plus roughly 10 all the way to plus 20 for numbers. We went from roughly 30 to roughly 40 to 60. So the next trend, if we follow plus 10, plus 20, it should be plus 30. So it should go 10, 20, 30, roughly to this point right here between these two plates. Go good old Victor. So it should be between these two. Now, I don't know why an increase of 200 units does the same thing. So once again, every single one of these is plus 200. So if we go to our mark and hit him, well, he didn't go nearly as far as we thought he would. He went only plus 20 again. Now he's up to the 80 mark, or 150, but I'm calling 70-0 for this because, well, 0, you count 0, yeah. So once again, plus 20. So we went plus 10, plus 20, plus 20. So now we have a different trend. So the next time we hit him, he should be just past this plate right here, where this broken one is on the ground.
Dare you? Beautiful.
So we increase it. Get on the point, smack him. And he went almost to the 30 mark again. So we went 150, 160, 170, 180. So he went almost 110. So we'll call it 105 roughly. We'll hit him a few more times and find out. So that's a plus 25. Wrote that down. Kill Victor. Gets my point on the ground. Hit Victor. And because we sent him a bit to the left, he should have made this if we went straight. So that does make it about 110 roughly. So I'll write that down. Roughly 110. Kill him and do it one more time. The only reason I didn't do the others multiple times, like the plus 3 and plus 4, is because I've done a lot of testing before this, and those were pretty much the same spot every single time. The only difference I had is when I hit him really far like this and kind of got him off mark. Smack him. Yeah, like I said, if we went straight, he would have hit this line instead of he went on a little slant there. So anyway, so yeah, 110. Which is a plus 30. So we'll mark it down roughly 25, roughly 30. So we went from plus 10, plus 20, plus 20, plus 30. Which doesn't make too much sense to me. If it's an increase of the same unit type of 800, 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, 1,600, then the force applied should be maybe double from 800 to 1,600. But this could be something like decibel sound in game, or it's a log function. So maybe we're looking at some sort of log function here. And then that would explain why it seems to ramp up rather quickly in certain portions of where you smack him. So this card right here, the tier 2 of it is essentially worthless because the increase of knockback is so minimal that there's no point to get it. For the card, you either want tier 1 or at least tier 3 to get the most bang for your buck out of the card. So in saying, I don't know how the card would be fixed because of that, because you'd want kind of a steady increase. So the very first increase of 30 should go to 50, and then 70, 90, and then 110. So the only increases you have to make are to the tiers 2, 3, and 4. Tier 5 is fine, and tier 1 is fine. Just the tiers in between are a bit busted. I think tier 4 and 5 are fine. It just feels for some reason that the 1,000 mark, tier 2, isn't working as intended. Maybe it is. Maybe there's some mathematical function you're using that does this. But I would like, if possible, if this is a bug, to see that tier 2 is moved up to 50 units, or maybe even 45. So you get a 15, 20, 20, 30 increase. So then your legendary card, when you max it all the way out, actually feels legendary, like you're just, boom, smacking them like a freight train. So I hope to see if there is some sort of, this is a bug and it does get changed to be updated, because as it is now, if you're making a build for it, you are forced to pick either 1 or 3, 4, or 5, and 2 is just not an option to pick because the increase is so minimal. And that's all. And if you are willing to share, I would love to know if this actually was a bug or what mathematical function you're using, because of the math I've seen in the game, it's been a while since I've played the game. I've come back to it after about 2 years of not playing. This is the only one I know of that just says a knockback of 800 instead of being a unit thing. So I don't know where the 800 comes from. Like, I don't know what type of force that is, if it's a logarithmic function, if it's an exponential function, if it's just a geometric function. I would love to know if you're willing to share. That's all for this bug report. If I find anything else, I'll be happy to report them. I did a lot of bug reporting for Division 2. I love that game. It was a lot of fun. But there's a lot of stuff broken too. Like, a lot of stuff. But so far, I haven't seen too many things in this game that are broken. That's pretty good, especially with how many different heroes you have and all the different interactions you can have. But if I do find them, I will let you know. George out.